welcome to Dublin Today. Well, is it important to you for your children to understand etiquette and to have good table manners? And could you have some help along those lines? Today we have with us Vedder, who recently visited one of the Girl Scout troops in town to share some things about that. And she's consented to be with us today to also give us some pointers. And then a little bit later on in the program, I'm going to share with you an idea of what to do with your leftover turkey. I have a really good recipe for turkey nachos, and Tracy Schrader from TV35 is going to be with us, and we're going to be reflecting on Thanksgiving. So please stay with us. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Tumpy's Family Steakhouse is a fabulous dining experience, and if you haven't experienced it yet, what are you waiting for? Tumpy's steaks are always sterling silver Angus beef, cooked to perfection just the way you love it. Appetizers include bloomin' onion, gator tail, and frog legs. At Tumpy's, the kids' menu is just as delicious. Seniors get a 10% discount on Thursdays at Tumpy's, open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 5 until 10 p.m. For fabulous catering Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, call Tumpy's at 272-2994. Tumpy's Family Steakhouse, 1049 Snellbridge Road, Dublin.
Fairview Park is one of the nation's 100 top hospitals for quality care, efficient operations, and sustainable performance, according to research by HCI Sachs Institute. We are proud to offer services that have received national recognition. That is why Fairview Park is chosen for quality health care in Middle Georgia.
Yes, Christmas is just around the corner, and what could be a better Christmas present than giving your family a pool from Mid-State Pools and Spas? Interest rates are the lowest in years, and pools qualify for home improvement loans, too. Buy an in-ground pool, and now we'll include a spa or swim out for free. So make that dream come true this Christmas, and don't wait, because this sale ends soon. Call or come by today to Mid-State Pools and Spas, Middle Georgia's most trusted pool builder.
Welcome back to Dublin Today. I trust that everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, and I'm glad that you could be with us for today's program. I have with me Vedder. Welcome, Marriott, for being with us.
Thank you. Good
I'd
morning.
like to share with everyone that Marriott and her husband reside in Dublin, having come here from the Kingdom of the Netherlands via Italy and Indonesia and a number of other places that they've traveled to. But they've made their home now in Dublin. We're glad to have you here. You've been here a number of years already.
Yeah, since '83.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Marriott, I understand that you recently visited one of the Girl Scout troops in town and gave them a lesson on etiquette. And I know this is something that everyone could benefit from. So I believe that you've had a lot of experience in fine dining, that you have dined with royalty, as you've said.
And sometimes with a prince joining us at a lunch.
Oh, really?
Luncheon, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
They're normal people, but I was always proud that I've been brought up very conservative and strict manners and discipline with a capital D. And often my husband and I, when we talk about society nowadays, there is a lack in discipline often, and with that comes respect for the elderly, opening a door for an older person or for a woman, and pulling back a chair, things like that. And also the young people, if they are chewing gum in front of one at a grocery store or any place in service, well, that was unheard of for us in the past. And also, since the world is becoming smaller and smaller with education in Japanese and even Chinese and Russian or whatever for jobs globally, people have to travel more and to blend in into another culture. You have to understand their culture and respect it. And if you ever have to sign a business deal, people would have no clue how important it is to blend in there, to show respect for their culture and everything. And plus, for safety reasons, we have looked at it different always, trying to blend in, speaking as much languages as you can, and behave like the natives there. But Americans, they speak but one language. They have but one color money, the green, which the whole world loves.
Yes.
And they also have, most of them, only one set of manners for dining. I mean, most times in a restaurant they will hold their arm on the lap. And I set this table table the correct way, but I will take the fork. If they will start shoveling, they bend over like that.
Yes.
Now, if in some area they would be wanting to single out Americans, it's very easy to do so without ever verbally speaking a word.
We give it away by
Oh
the
yes,
way
by manners. Now, like we are brought up to sit straight at your table, Dad would always have the nasty kid next to him and pinch them underneath the table when we had some guests dining with us. He made us sit tall, upright, hands above the table at all time while you were eating.
Okay.
And of course, you come to the table with clean hands, you wash your hands. And then it's very simple. We start from the outside in, but we always use fork and knife to cut meat or even the salad. I mean, we are not doing it only with the fork and then eating like that. And if you're finished with the salad or whatever, you go on. Yeah, you should have a different plate, of course, for the salad.
Right.
But the soup, the spoon, and then the main course on the flat plate comes like that. And then we will maybe for dessert have this.
Okay, this spoon.
Depends what is being served. And if we have some pastry,
The
some
smaller
pie, we have this. It's all a different size as the American size. And even our spoons are different size.
spoon. Right, the coffee spoon.
Just for the
Do you refer to
coffee.
that as a demi-tasse
No,
spoon
we
or
call that a teaspoon.
just a teaspoon?
Yes,
Okay.
that's our teaspoon, our size. So it is different, and it can be learned. It's not hard. I mean,
Right.
it's easier than eating with chopsticks, and also that can be learned.
Oh yes, right. But now in teaching young children how to set the table, is there any guidelines as far as just where the plate goes, maybe an inch from the edge or something
Now you
like
have to
that?
picture. You sit. Yeah, this is a little bit lower than
right.
normal in a dining room. You put it almost close to the edge,
Okay.
and then set the china also like that, and this here, so you don't have to work your way into
Right.
the table.
Okay. And the knife, I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
is supposed to point in a certain direction?
Yes, always with the cutting edge towards the
Toward
plate.
the plate.
And one more thing, we signal. Let me put this
Yes.
on the side. If we finished eating this, a signal for the waiter in Europe would be you put it like that. If we would be in a conversation with you and then another person across the table or whatever, we could talk and just leave it like that. That's a signal, I'm not through yet.
Oh, okay.
But over here, if you do that, we have had it several times, Peter and I. Garnish your plate with all the food on it, or big part of it. This is the signal, and then the waiter knows, or the waitress,
Okay.
she is done, or he is done, and they will take it away.
When you pair it together.
Always like that.
Oh, to
Or
the
some people
angle.
put it like that, but like this, yeah.
To an angle together.
That's signaled, ready to be taken.
But
yes.
if you're still eating and you've just paused, then you can separate them out.
Yeah, this way you,
I
I mean,
see.
you're still continuing.
Right, and never do we put them over there on the tablecloth.
No,
right?
that's impolite because you will soil the table, because you have seen maybe sometimes the knife rest.
Right.
I don't use them. If you use the double set, I mean, it's taken to the kitchen like that. I mean, no problem. But you're not supposed to put it back dirty on your linens. I mean,
Right.
you soil them and stain them, and that's impolite and not very respectful.
Okay, and did you ever eat somewhere that you had more utensils than
Oh
this?
yes, oh yes, oh yes. We have had like 8 or 10 course dinners in Italy, as far as 14 till 16. They call it
Oh my.
frutti di mare. Whatever they catch at sea that day. They prepare little dishes, but it goes on and on and on.
And did,
But
did you have to watch someone to know what utensil
No.
to use next? No, you just
no,
learned
you
it?
always work from the outside in. It's,
Okay, that's what we
it's
need
very
to know.
simple. I mean, if you know that, you never have to be nervous.
Okay.
You can go all over the world and just look at it. It's not overwhelming. It's not supposed to be that way, and that's how you do it.
So with each course, you just use the next utensil coming in, and it's important to
And
be
then you know
comfortable.
also when to stop. Like this, I stand back with a very clean plate. Obviously, I was very hungry, but if I know I have a whole row of utensils lined up, be careful, or I cannot.
Don't overeat. Right. That's good to remember. If you have a number of utensils, there's several courses yet to come. Right, and it's polite to eat a little of everything, I'm sure.
Well, there's another thing. I think Americans in general, we have discussed that a lot with our staff workers from Campbell Soup also. Americans, to us, are the people internationally who leave the most on their plate.
That right?
And for us, we have seen really hunger in certain continents. And that kind of aches, and you think, why? It's just a habit. And it's the buffets maybe, the buffet style. They load on their plate, they eat with the eyes first, and then their stomach cannot.
And then we leave more than we can eat. And it is
and
a
it
waste.
becomes garbage. And yeah, and also there, other people watching us, the world is watching us, and they are all envious of the United States anyway, very envious.
Right, and don't you think that if we eat rather slowly to enjoy our food, then we can take smaller amounts?
That's, you know, the fast food chains. It's like we are in a rush, we hurry. And if you have a dinner in Italy, for instance, they know the art of fine dining. But also in Indonesia, in the fine restaurants, it goes on for hours, and you have your conversation in between, and you might enjoy a glass of wine with it, not much, but just light and the conversation, and that's such a joy. And they set the table with fresh flowers, but never big, tall arrangements.
Right, that's important because you can't see the
That's
ones on the
thing.
other side.
The most elegant setting we ever had was in Jakarta. That was around Christmas time. And they had jasmine flowers, just the buds, strewn all over the white tablecloths. And that looked so elegant, and the fragrance, and then candles lit. You're in a mood, you don't want to hurry.
Right,
You want to hold on. I mean, every bite you want to...
yes, you can set the mood by the decorations or the ornaments you put on the table.
And that's something what is missing in this society. We are all rushing. And how often do American families sit with their family around the table?
And when we have it just plain, just throw it out, then it's going to be just fast and not as enjoyable. But like you said, when you have the little extra touches, then we want to stay and enjoy it. Can you show me how we deal with the napkin?
Yeah, just put it on your lap. And we even have from the German company WMF, the little chain silver with some clips, so you can hang it.
Oh, that would be nice.
For a lot of people, that would be a good saver for their ties or whatever.
It would. Okay, and then this is for your soup?
Yeah, that was for the soup.
And then
I didn't bring the small plate for the starter.
Okay, now if we were to have a bread plate, it would go here?
On the left, yes.
And then the cup and saucer, and your glass would go?
Yeah, this is for the dessert, of course, that's added later on, but here is the glass, the water glass and the wine glass or the iced tea glass, whatever you prefer.
The water glass would come first before the closest to you.
Yeah, here and there, yeah.
I see.
And we could add a nameplate and the butter there, yeah.
And then the coffee would be served last.
Yeah.
I see.
And like Emily Post always pointed out, if you have more than 7, that's the maximum, so this is 7 utensils. Don't put, that should be brought on when the course is being served, so don't make it too overwhelming to the people dining.
It's always good to be comfortable with
always,
where you
yes.
are.
You have to enjoy food, and food is an art. I mean, it's a culture, and it's the conversation and the music, some soft music as background, candlelight. I can't live without candlelight. I mean, candles are
they really make
very
it
important.
very
And
special.
flowers, fresh flowers,
yes,
always
flowers.
something, yes.
Flowers. Well, thank you so much, Mariette, and I hope that
Welcome.
you have been encouraged through this conversation to make your dining experience something very enjoyable for your whole family. Thank you, Mariette.
More than welcome.
Please stay with us. We're going to be back in just a moment to share with you a recipe for turkey nachos. We'll be right back with you in just a moment.
Hey Santa, when are you gonna be at the Dublin Mall?
Ho, ho, ho. Okay, kids, I'm going to be at the Dublin Mall almost every day until Christmas. And guess what, kids?
What, Santa?
Coffee mugs with your picture with me are only $10. They make great Christmas gifts.
Wow! See you there, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Nothing says love like beef.
Get into the Christmas spirit at Colleen's Flower and Bridal with decorative Santas, snowmen, Christmas trees, home decorative ideas, fresh Christmas plants, and more. And if you're planning a Christmas wedding, let us help. Remember, for custom arrangements, gifts, antiques, silk flowers, and hanging baskets, come to Colleen's Flower and Bridal Shop in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Dublin. Phone 272-6941. At Colleen's, we're proud to be American.
Hello, Middle Georgia. Blair Gerard for Slater Cadillac GMC Nissan in Dublin, your home for the $1,000 low price guarantee. We have the 03 Cadillac CTS as low as $32,900, 0% interest for up to 60 months on Cadillac and GMC. Also, the new Z car is here in stock. On Nissans, get yours today and have no payments or interest until next year. New car, no payments or interest until after Christmas. Put the cash in your pocket. Slater Superstore, the low price leader. Drive a little, save a lot. Get the guaranteed best deal with our $1,000 low price guarantee. Slater Cadillac Nissan GMC, your superstore in Dublin.
Dublin today. And if you're just joining me for the first time, I want to tell you that you need to watch the program again this evening at 7:30 and 10:30 if you missed the first portion of today's program, because Tracy, by the way, this is my friend Tracy Schrader, who works here at TV35. But Tracy, the lady that we had on a few minutes ago, Vedder, is a lovely lady from the Netherlands who's lived all over the world and has dined in many different kinds of places and has had a lot of dining experiences, and she just spoke a little bit about how important it is to know etiquette and to use your manners in all places. And so that's something that we all need to be mindful of.
We really do, Nita.
I don't know about at your house for Thanksgiving, did everyone kind of jump in and gobble it up, or were they very polite and considerate and passed everything in a proper way?
I would have liked for them to have been more calm and considerate, but we really had a lot of family and friends at my house, and I think that everyone was ready to just jump in and have a good Thanksgiving, a good time.
Yeah, so often that's the way it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But we had a great time.
Well, when you are with family, though, you can, you know, be a little more relaxed and
right.
And
oh yes, and we were. But yes, I think we will watch your segment tonight.
Right. Well, so what was the highlight of Thanksgiving for you?
The highlight for my Thanksgiving was having my family together. My daughters, my children, mother-in-law, sister-in-laws, believe it or not, yes, my in-laws. I'm really crazy. I have a great relationship with my in-laws, and we, in my family also, we all came together and had a great time, Nita. We really had a great Thanksgiving.
Well, that's what it's all about.
What about you? Did you have a great?
Oh yeah, I mentioned on the Thanksgiving program that our son Michael was coming in from Detroit with his wife Nicole, and that just made it. Plus, also having the blessing of my mother being in health. You know, my mom has recently undergone major surgery, and she's recovering very well, thanks to the Lord, and thank you everyone that's been praying for her. And
that's
so
what it is, Thanksgiving.
We were very, very thankful and continue to be.
Yes, yes.
I wanted to share something today about what to do with leftovers, because probably you have a few leftovers
We
at your
do.
house.
We have a lot of leftovers.
You know, it seems like the first couple of meals after the big Thanksgiving feast, we continue to bring out the leftover dressing and potatoes and gravy and corn and beans and, you know, whatever, everything, and we just continue to eat those for a couple of meals.
Right.
And then we start in with the sandwiches, and we have the sandwiches all different ways. I mentioned on Thursday's program that we're very fond of using not only cranberry sauce on the sandwich, but also cherry preserves with the turkey on the sandwiches.
Great idea.
And then this weekend, I tried a mixture of chutney with mayonnaise. Stir the chutney and mayonnaise together and use that on my sandwich with the turkey, and that was very tasty.
Okay.
So many different ways to enjoy
I'll have
turkey
to try
sandwiches.
that also.
Right.
Yeah.
But by now, you're probably ready for something totally different, but you still have some meat left on those turkey bones. So I have a turkey nacho recipe that I want to share with everyone that is rather easy, and I believe will be very good. You want to start with about half of a pound of turkey meat. And you know, when you get down to the last part of the turkey trace, it seems like it's just little shavings, you know?
Yeah.
Just little bits that come off because you've already got the nice slices off previously.
Yes.
So just get it, you know, this maybe a little more than half a pound, but just get you some of that, and then use...
You really don't have to take a lot of time with tearing it apart or cutting it up.
Right.
It comes off the bone like that, basically, when you get closer to the bone area.
Yeah, and we can use shredded turkey for these nachos. Now I have 1.5 tablespoons of lime juice. Now it's always best to use fresh. You know, if I had some limes at home, I would have brought those and just squeezed them over this, but I had a bottle of lime juice, so I've measured like 1.5 tablespoons of lime juice, and I'm going to put this on the turkey and just kind of toss it like this, and then so it can soak up that juice. And then
it smells great.
I've got turkey on my fingers. Would you just take the little lids off the salt and pepper? Let's see, just pop that lid off. And forgot to bring my towel here. Okay, now I'm going to put a little salt on it, and also grind some fresh pepper. Okay, there we go. So that's my turkey. Now, that was one of the things you need to prepare for this. One of the other things you need to do is to chop up some scallions. I've got about 1/4 of a cup of the green part of the scallions here. You could probably use the white portion too. I'm sure that the onion taste would be nice in the nachos, but the recipe just called for the green portion, about 1/4 a cup. And then, now these are my peppers, my green peppers.
Oh, those look great.
Well, I've sauteed them because when we finish the whole nacho dish, we're going to stick it in the oven for about 6 to 8 minutes. And I want the peppers to have more of a soft, tender taste to them, so I've sauteed them first of all. And the way I did this was got me a heavy skillet and put a 1.5 tablespoon of oil in it. And then I chopped up, you know, actually this is 1 pepper. The recipe calls for 3 peppers, and the recipe calls for the red and orange peppers, just because it's more colorful. And
Colorful, right.
They actually have a little different taste as well. But you know what? I had green peppers at home, so that's why I used this, and you can use
that's
whatever.
A lot of peppers there.
It is. I think this is going to be fine, this amount. Like I said, this is 1 chopped. And so I heated the oil in the skillet, and then I just stirred the peppers in it and sauteed them about in moderately hot skillet.
Okay.
Moderately hot for about 3 minutes.
Now, what did you put in the skillet first before you put the peppers in?
Yeah, I put the oil, 1.5 tablespoon of oil, and let it get hot.
Okay.
And then kept the temperature about moderately hot, and then just stirred in the 1 chopped pepper in it and sauteed it, you know, just till it gets a little crisp, tender for about 3 minutes.
Okay.
And now I've got that ready. I put that aside. And then the other part of the preparation is my black beans that I'm going to use in these nachos. And these are going to be yummy. And I'll tell you, I'll tell you how I did these. Now, they're seasoned. What I did, oh, you can smell them all.
I know.
They're seasoned. Okay, now, in the skillet, the same skillet that I did the peppers in, I put about another tablespoon of oil in it and got it hot. And then I put a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of oregano,
Okay.
1/4 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 clove of garlic. You know, we love garlic. You can use a little more if you want to, but the recipe just called for 1 clove. You know, just break you off a clove and chop it up in the skillet. So there's 3 ingredients in the skillet now. The 1 clove of garlic chopped with 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin. And those spices, you just stir it in the oil, in the tablespoon of oil, and let them simmer for just...
What a great scent in the kitchen.
For about 1 minute. And then we added the beans on top of that. But now the beans, after I opened the can of beans, I drained them and I washed them, okay? And then I put them in the skillet where the cumin and the oregano and the clove was.
Okay, and you can get this in your local grocery store?
Yes, the black, just a normal can. There's so many different brands of black beans, you know, so this was not anything special. And just,
so any brand will do, basically.
Opened it, drained it, washed them, then added it to the skillet where the 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, and 1 clove of garlic chopped, stirred in the oil, and stirred that all together. And then when I got my beans done, I have everything ready. We're going to put it together in a nacho form in just a minute. So stay with us, and we'll be right back after the break to show you how to finish it.
BP is getting a new look. Stop by and see for yourself. At BP, you can fill up with dependable Amoco gasolines rated #1 in quality by consumers. Try our convenient pay at the pump. Even though we've changed, you can still rely on BP to supply the best products and services available. You expect more from a leader, and you get it with BP. Domini Oil Company is your local BP marketer.
From Craftsman tools to lawn care machinery, Western Auto is the place to go. Western Auto in downtown Dublin is your one-stop shop for everything. Come by and see our full line of name brand batteries, or drive away listening to your favorite tune with one of our top-of-the-line car stereo systems. Visit our large selection of appliances and enjoy our speedy same-day delivery service. In-store financing is also available. So, for all of your audio, household, and auto needs, visit Western Auto, 201 South Jefferson Street, Dublin.
Dublin Mall on Veterans Boulevard offers a variety of stores for your shopping pleasure. From fine clothes from the best stores like Goodies, Belks, The Crate, JCPenney, to household and gifts in many of our other stores, you can get your hair done, then have a treat at the cookie place. Dublin Mall has something for everyone, even the young ones. So come on down, relax, play, and have a great day at the Dublin Mall, where there's always something going on. Dublin Mall is conveniently located on Veterans Boulevard.
Thanks for staying with us for Dublin today. We're going to quickly put together these turkey nachos for you now. We start with 1 layer of tortilla chips, and then Tracy, what do I add next?
You add the sauteed peppers.
Right. I told you how to do those a few minutes ago.
Right. You saute those.
And now what?
Now you add the beans.
Okay, now I'm just going to do half and half because I want 2 layers here, okay?
So it's going to be a layered form, basically. Okay.
And now what?
Now you will add the turkey.
Okay, just half of my turkey, saving the other half for the last layer.
Okay.
The turkey that had the lime juice and the salt and pepper on it. Okay, now what?
And then the cheese.
Okay, yeah, now this is...
This is smelling wonderful, by the way.
This is cheddar jack. How do you say it? Cheddar jack in the Mexican cheese.
It's a mixed cheese.
Right, you can get it with a jalapeno in it, and it makes it, you know, even hotter, but we're not crazy about that. Okay, now what?
Okay, now, Nita, you will add the scallion.
Oh, yeah.
Scallions.
And now I don't have any fresh cilantro, so I have the, you know, the dried cilantro. If you had the fresh, you'd use about 1/2 cup. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat my layers, right?
That is correct. You'll go back to the first. You'll go to your chips.
Right. And then we're going to get your oven ready, 450 oven. Put it on the middle rack. And now my peppers, right?
You will do the peppers.
And
the beans.
Oh, beans.
Beans. Don't forget those beans.
Beans. Okay, beans.
And then the turkey.
We're hurrying
and
here.
We're speeding through.
I know.
We want everyone to see this.
And the scallions.
Then your scallions.
And cilantro.
And the cheese. And cilantro. Yes.
Here's the finished product, folks.
Yeah, get that in there.
6 to 8 minutes on 450 temperature. It's wonderful. And remember to serve it with your sour cream.
Oh, right.
And your salsa. It's wonderful nachos. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless. Thanks for being with us. We're going to enjoy our nachos.